One of the compelling things about live TV shows like this one is that anything can happen and that you should expect the unexpected. Like that. Very funny. Great. Hilarious. Sometimes, though, that's adorable, but things go actually very, very wrong. And in some cases, it's not cute and light like that paper. It's actually dangerous. I'm going to tell you about a West Point drummer. He says that his trouble began during an incident that was caught on live TV.
Who's going to win this battle of the lumberjacks? That's coming up next.
That's what happened when that axe went over the target. And that is serious. That's a double-bladed axe coming at that drummer, hitting him in the arm. This happened during a Flag Day segment on Fox and Friends back in 2015. Fox News host Pete Hegseth threw the axe at the target, but accidentally hit Jeff Prosperi, as you can see clearly in this video. Over it goes, and they're behind the target. Prosperi was performing this drum solo when it happened. He is now suing Pete Hegseth and the network, citing negligence. He says that so-called target was placed in an area that put pedestrians and others, quote, in the path of peril. Prosperi says he has suffered pain, disability, disfigurement, and loss of body function. In a statement to us, Fox News says the incident was unfortunate and completely unintentional. They go on to say that Prosperi actually declined medical assistance and compensation after this happened. And Fox News says it hasn't spoken to Prosperi since 2015, although a lawyer for the drummer says that Fox's statement contains some inaccuracies. I want to bring in defense attorney Brian Claypool. So, Brian, how do you see this? Does it matter who says what and when you have video showing that happened?
Well, first of all, I want to tell you, there is no red buzzer in where I'm taping right now for America's Got Talent, because I would hit that buzzer and I would tell that anchor that he's off the show, because that was a terrible throwing of the axe. But putting that aside,
is he responsible though? I mean, he's got a show to do, and he was told, throw this axe at that target. He wasn't an axe thrower by trade, and it went wrong. Is that his fault?
Well, it could be the producers of the show. The key issue in the case, Ashley, is what did they tell this gentleman who's playing the drums in the clip? Did they tell those three gentlemen there, look, this guy's going to be throwing an axe, and you're standing right behind the target, so you better be careful. If they told him that, and he still stood there, and he got hit, then he's going to be charged with what's called comparative fault in a civil court. But if they didn't tell these guys anything, and they didn't know that he was throwing that axe, and it goes above the target, and he gets hit.
Can I ask you something? Let's just say that the producers of the TV show said, hey, you three stand here because we're going live shortly, and they do as they're told, even though they seem to see something is going on behind that big wooden thing. They don't see a target. They're looking from the other side. Is that their fault that they agreed to stand there?
No. Under that fact scenario you gave me, then Fox would be responsible for the injury. But to me, the bigger issue in this case is going to be, what really are the true injuries? This young man posted on Facebook a day or two after this incident.
I'll tell you exactly. A couple of days later, I was hit by an axe while performing a drum solo live on national TV. Words I never imagined saying. I'm thankful to God that the double-sided blade only hit broadside on the outer elbow with significant impact and a couple of cuts as it fell along my wrist. It could have been much worse or fatal. Focusing on full physical and emotional recovery. And that's just a couple days after it happened. So that's sort of extemporaneous, right? Yeah,
that's Exhibit A for Fox and Friends if this goes to trial. They're going to argue that,
it would be Exhibit A against Fox and Friends, I would think, right?
Well, no. This Facebook post by this young man, he's basically saying that he was not harmed. He wasn't hurt that bad. That it grazed his.
It says I had significant impact with cuts as it fell along my wrist. I'm focusing on full physical and emotional recovery.
Yeah, I didn't read it that way. We need to see the medical records. For example, did he treat at the emergency room? Has he had any surgeries? Does he have any permanent scarring?
Well,
the proof's going to be in the pudding.
And Fox said that he declined an ambulance, but he said, I declined an ambulance because I wanted to get treatment at West Point. And Fox also said he didn't want any medical assistance. He said he was okay. Declined compensation. They said they haven't heard from him since 2015. But like I said, his lawyer says a couple of things they could argue about. I have to leave that one there, Brian.